Okay, here we are for lesson 3 with cartooning, and you need just a plain piece of paper, pencil number 2, eraser, and a Sharpie. I again will be using a darker pencil so it'll show up on the video. And this is a character from the old comic strip Doonesbury, and I thought it might be fun to draw today. So it's in a horizontal layout, but I want to do mine vertical. If you start with a nice border on your paper, that'll give you, it'll keep you from drawing to the edge, and which means you can frame it if you want to. I always have a border. It also, when you're copying from something else, helps you with the size and placement. So we're going to start, I think, with the ovals for the snout. Okay, so we've got the big oval on the left, the smaller oval on the right. Okay, and go ahead and draw those once you have them. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the big eye, which is not really an oval, it's not a circle, it's more of a rounded triangular shape. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and dot that shape. Okay, I'm going to correct that just a little. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and draw that. And stop at the muzzle of the cat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put in the nose now, which again is a rounded triangle. We're going to go ahead and go down into that muzzle right there. And then we're going to put the other eye on, which is part of a circle. It's much smaller than the big eye. Okay, so that's what we have to start with. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the ears. So let's start with the one right above this eye. And it's a triangle. And start up about this high. Go up. And we're going to go down. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but my cats are playing. And then we're going to take another line down. So we've got two triangles there. And let's go ahead and put this other ear on. Okay, and we'll just go ahead and make this one a nice triangle. Alright, so now let's start erasing some lines. So let's get rid of this line that's inside the nose. Holding your paper really good, making sure you do not crinkle it. And here, we're going to take a line and curve it for the inside of the ear right there. And then we're going to erase this part of the ear. We'll go ahead and curve this a little bit right there. This ear, we're going to add the inside line and another inside line. And let's go ahead and put our line, or our very tiny oval, in the eye. Okay, now for the rest of the face, right here in this oval, we're going to start a line that goes down And we're going to do a long oval here. Okay, then his tongue is coming right out of that, and it's a curved line coming down, smaller at the back of the mouth than it is where it's sticking out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and erase the lines that are inside the tongue. I'm going to carry my line down right here for the mouth. There's a chin line and then just some sketch lines going down. Okay, I'm going to curve this line right here. Erase that line. Okay, so the tongue needs an extra bit of fat to it. We're going to bring that up and on out, then erase part of this line here. I want this to go a little fatter here. And flatten that one back out. I had a little too fat. Okay. All right, we're going to erase part of the muzzle here. We're going to add a scraggly tooth, a triangle, curved triangle. And there's another one right here. Okay, we can go ahead and put our whiskers on. There's 1, 2, 3. This one is fatter and then thin. And it's on the other side of the muzzle, so we're going to remove that line where I put it in the muzzle. Okay, we're going to add a little line here and another line here. Okay, now for these whiskers over here, there's only 2. Okay, 1, and they're bigger and then small. Here's another one right here going out, and it's bigger than small. And we've got a dot, 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 over here, dot, dot, dot. Okay, and let's go ahead and lightly sketch in where the back of the head is. We're going to lightly sketch that in because it's a lot of lines going that way. So we're just going to give ourselves an idea of where we want that to be. Okay, we've got some lines here. Some lines on the end of the tongue. 2 lines out here. Okay, looks like we can start doing all the fur. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, a long one here that goes as long as almost to there. Some small ones, 1, 2, 3, one out of the top of the eye, 1, 2, another one next to it. We're right here. Okay, so now we're not going to touch the eye. We're going to leave some space between the eye and the hair. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. One comes very close to the eye here. 4. Another one right out beside it. 5. I'm going to have one curve this way now. 6. There's another one, not as tall. Then we move up a little bit. Draw one up here. Move back in. Draw one from right there. Move back out. And there's one there. There's going to be a oval shape there. We're going to add some hair to this ear now. We're going to change that line up a little bit. So there's one. Going to put one there. There. And it goes out and in. I'm going to erase right here on the ear. And make a line go out, then a line above it, a line below it. For the bottom of the ear, we're going to actually, it's going to be fatter. So you're going to have a hair out. Let's go ahead and make it fatter now. Go ahead and color that in. Okay, and we're going to draw a line there, a line from the corner. Okay, got it too close to the eyeball, so I'm going to erase that. Okay, so I started to do this line here, which goes way out. And then we're just going to go down, leaving space here between, so I'm going to mark, just lightly dot. I want to leave that much room. Okay. So now you can just go down here and start drawing in hairs. Okay. Making them go out in, we're going to follow the direction of the head here, so we're going to go down and make a long one, short one. Make a long one, short one. And then a really long one. Leaving a little space, moving up, and go up. 1, 2, 3. We're going to add 2 lines here, 3 lines here. And here we're going to add some lines going this way. I'd say 4. And then we'll do it again, leaving a space. These are like stripes on the cat. Okay, moving down. Do it again. And then there's this spot there. There's nothing there really. So we're going to move down here and just start marking hairs. I'm going to add lines there. Okay, I'm going to change this just a little bit. I want it to curve more right there. I'm going to erase that line. So as you go along, you can make adjustments to what you've been doing. So all these lines here are even with those stripes. Well, at least the first one is. So we're going to start at the first group, second group of stripes. And we're just going to start drawing some hairs out from there. Okay, we'll go to the next stripe. And right above it, there's a hairs. Okay, and from the top part, then below where there isn't really a stripe, and we're still in the stripe, but then we work where there isn't the stripe. Okay, And we need some here. Oh, there's one more there on the tip of the ear. There's that one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a character that the artist drew over and over, so when he drew it, he may have had the same amount of lines each time. Okay, so here on the muzzle, we're going to add some lines. Right here by the nose, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to do another set going vertically, and then one following here. Here on the muzzle, there's 4 on the nose, dot, line, line, line. 1 here in the eye. Over here on this part of the muzzle, on the right side, there's a line, 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 and a little bit here. Okay, line, 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 line. A little bit above the tooth. Then he says, ack. It's one of the things that this cat says, because he's a pretty messed up cat. So we're going to write the word ack. Exclamation point. And then we've got just some stuff coming out of its mouth, like bad breath. So we've just got some dots and circles. Over here we've got, like, I don't know, he smells. More dots. We've got a little fly up here by the ear. So you're just going to draw an oval, 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 oval. And for some reason it looks like a number 9 right there, so we'll go ahead and put that in. And dot, dot, dot. Okay, now you can go ahead and take your Sharpie and start going over your lines and fill in areas like the black of the eye. We'll start there. Let's go ahead and fill that in. And we'll do the black of this eye. Let's go ahead and fill in this area right here inside the ear. We'll just do some lines. You don't have to make it perfectly colored in because it isn't there. All right, here, let's go ahead and do the inside of this ear. Okay, now just start going over all your lines, making sure you do not color what you've erased. And on some of these where it's fatter at the bottom, you just color it fatter at the bottom. I didn't mark all of them that way, but it gives character to the line by making it, you know, different. Your lines don't have to be perfect. I'm going to go ahead and draw my word ack. Okay, I'm going to do my muzzle and being sure not to color over here or ink in over here because we erased. Okay, I'm going to do the long line here. Go ahead and mark inside the mouth here. Move on to the tongue, stopping. I didn't mark all the lines in the tongue. We can catch those now. There's a line, line, line. Dot, 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 dot. Okay, and in the tongue we've got lines. Got a couple dots here, a line, line. Okay, so you can go ahead and color that in with your Sharpie. I'm going to go ahead and do the tooth here, this one here, and go right into my oval up here. Okay, go ahead and do the nose, into the eye. Let's finish this ear. Now, the top of it is more of sketchy lines, so I'm going to go ahead and do those now. And remember, the bottom of the ear is that really fat area. So you can go ahead and make that nice and fat and sketchy with your pen. Okay, let's go ahead and do the lines in the eye, the nose, and the muzzles. Now you can pretty much just go over any lines anywhere. This one I drew fatter on the bottom. Working my way around. Here's my number 9, which is really funny. I don't know why why he did it in the shape of a 9, but that's okay. Onto my fly here. And I'm just going to work my way down the left side of his face now. And don't worry, if you miss inking right on the line, it's okay, because we're going to erase our pencil lines. Okay, some of these right here, I want to make them fatter. See how they're fatter there. Oops, missed that line. Okay, sides of the face where the stripes are. I'm going to add a line, because looking at my picture now, I want this to be really dark here and more lines. Now remember, you can draw from other artists' work, but you can't sell it, because that's copyright infringement. But it's when you practice drawing from other people's drawings, it teaches you different things that you didn't know that they did, because once you actually try to draw it, it may be way more than you thought it was. You might find lines that you never saw. Great artists copied the masters. Leonardo, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci. They learned from their masters by copying their drawings. Here I want this to be darker in here because it's darker in the picture, so I'm just going to add more lines with my pen. Try to make some of the lines different by curving them. Okay, and then we've got our lines under the tongue. And then following a little bit of the shape of the direction of the cat going down. Almost done. I've got these here and all these little dots here. All right. Oh, missed. Okay, now hold on to your paper really good. And I missed some more. Right there, 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 there. Okay. Now I'm going to hold my paper really good and just start erasing. And one of the reasons you want to erase everything is because if you rested your hand on your paper, you'll have pencil right here. So it means that you smudged. Okay, so just go ahead and hold on to your paper and start erasing all of your pencil lines. Your lines will erase better than mine. I'm using a darker pencil than you, so it'll show up on the video. Be sure you erase all the pencil lines. You may not be able to see it, but erase everywhere that you drew. If you're already done erasing, are you sure that you erased everything? I'm just now getting to my tongue. Almost got everything done. Just got to finish the tongue here. And of course, my lines won't erase as good as yours. Okay, so now looking at this, I feel these are darker here. So I'm just going to go back in and I'm going to add some scribble here just to make it darker. And I'm going to darken this up. I don't really need to add more lines here. I just need to make tips of them fatter. I'm going to add some scribble there. Maybe I will add a couple lines. Okay, and just some lines there. Okay. I think I pretty much got what I want there. And there is the character from Doonesbury, a cartoon that was very popular in the 70s. Alrighty, well I hope you had fun. Keep drawing. You're awesome.